otherwise known as Charlie Giles. I'm here with Finn RTL for Season 5 at Spain F2. Today we're going to be watching a 50% feature, 50% sprint, like every other week, and it should be a very, very good race.
Yeah, so I do believe it was AMS Term that did get the win last time out. That was around Zandvoort. We didn't, unfortunately, get a stream for that. But we'll see if he can get another win under his belt. By the people that did race against him said it was quite a dominant win, so we'll see what he can manage in qualifying. It's only one shot because full F2 qualifying is a bit...
AIDS.
It needs a change. That's the nicest way of putting it. It does need a change. It's not great.
I mean, I would refuse to sit through the session if it was a full F2 quali.
Yeah, full F1 quali seems fine, but then as soon as it's full F2, it's nah.
Even full F1 is pretty boring.
Yeah, but it could be... like, they should just make it 18 minutes or something.
Yeah, definitely.
Because half an hour is way too long, and they waste the tyre sets from the actual race anyway.
So Finn, who is your prediction for the win today?
Well, judging by how many people said Term was on top, I would say Term's definitely up there, but I do know TTM Stenner does have some pace, so I might think he managed to get onto the front row.
Term has decided to do a donut and then drive backwards. This is on presidential scenes here. He's driving backwards into the pit lane.
Who's driving backwards?
I think this is him trying to flex on everyone, saying that he doesn't even need to do quali. I believe that's just him trying to flex on everyone, that he doesn't need to do quali and that he'll win without it. And if he does it,
yeah, I
will be impressed.
I mean, yeah, if he wins now, it's a statement. I'll give him that. It's definitely him saying that he's definitely got the pace.
It's him saying that he's now the league daddy if he wins this race.
Essentially, yeah. So we'll see if he can manage to get the win. If he does, fair enough. If he doesn't, then he's kind of made a fool of himself.
If he doesn't, he's just been a cocky prick.
Yeah, and it's just not worked well for him then.
Who's his manager? Square. Square will beat him if he doesn't win after that.
No, Square kind of likes his drivers.
Unlike
I think he
Phil.
should be fine.
But if I'm manager and my driver doesn't win the race, I am beating them to a half inch of their life.
Yeah, that's why no one liked to race for you.
Well,
yeah, that's just why everyone
did I win trophies? And did I make the greatest team the world has ever seen? I did, so shush.
Yeah, but funny thing is, the team lasted around 5 weeks. So...
What, Square?
Anyway, on pole position is going to be DJ Perks in the race labs. P2 is going to be Wyardi. Then P3 we're going to have the other race lab car of Toby. So it could be a really good outing for the race lab team. Then
the two friends.
TTM Hayes. And closely followed by Joshua KJ. He was really quick last season, so we'll see if he can try and keep up that momentum. And TTM Stenner. Jackson Dog in the Carlin. Tippiest Wheat in the campus, JRT Foivu, and then finally rounding off the points is there's Waldo.
Judging by that quali session, I reckon this is going to be a tight race between Riardi and DJ, but I reckon AMS Term somehow wins the race. I'm not sure how, not sure why. I'm not even sure if he'll survive the first lap. He will.
Looks like a dry race here in Barcelona today. Fortunately for the drivers, I'd say fortunately for us as well. It's never fun to watch F2 in rain. F1, it's a different story. It's kind of funny watching things happen. But F2,
especially Singapore.
Yeah, F2, the cars are built like Nokia bricks, so they don't break. So it's a bit pointless watching them in the rain. But yeah, there is actually a funny clip of Ovez Waldo on the Twitch. Yeah, it's from the PC league that we run. Yeah, they find Waldo in the wall, so if you want to check that out, it should be in our clips. Or It's quite a funny one, but DJ is going to be leading the formation lap here. So just checking the tyres everyone's on. Everyone is on hard, apart from Igor on the back of the grid. It's going to be starting on the soft compound.
Interesting.
Not managing to get P14 like I suppose he hoped. He's up into P12. Not too sure how that's happened.
It's because I think if you get DSQ'd, it's better than invalidating. Or DNFing, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not too sure either. But Igor should get quite a good start to the race, just being on the quicker compound than everyone else. We'll see if that strategy does pay off for him. I unfortunately don't think it will.
It could do if he gets a safety car.
That's what he needs. He needs an early on safety car. If he gets that, then everyone in the hards have really not been granted a good race already.
And the thing is,
I
reckon we get a safety car. I'll put money in it.
Yeah, 100% there'll be a safety car around here. Turn 1 is so treacherous, even for F1 cars. I guarantee you we're going to see it 3 wide at one point through there.
I reckon 5 wide.
Okay, that's a bit far. And Igor and Term have come together, so that is those two disqualified from the formation lap. Term definitely didn't want that.
That's very bad for Term, because he's going to have very cold, hard tyres at the start.
Yeah, Igor will have just as cold tyres. He only... Oh, actually, I found Waldo. He's in the wall, should I say. There he is, P10 MP Motorsport. He's backing up to the grid now, a bit of a different way to make it. As he's just jumping over the sausage curve there to get his car facing the right way. So he'll be the last driver to line up on the grid. Do you want to take us away for lights out?
Sure.
Then I'll do the sprint race.
Alright.
Yeah, so it's a big run down to turn 1, so it's mainly just a slipstream train. The drivers nearer the back will have a bit more pace.
I'm going to go for a broadcast on DJ. And we are all set to go here at Barcelona. 5 red lights. And away we go! And a very hectic start in the middle ground there. Tipius immediately gained several positions. TTM Stammer dropping back, going into turn 1. DJ gets a clean lead there with Riyadi going around the outside. He gets the... Oh, and that's Toby being knocked into the gravel. He's going to enter dangerously there, I think. This is a very, very hectic midfield at the moment. Tipius Sweet gaining multiple positions. Odez Waldo pushing up the grid. FT Igor also pushing up from 14th to 7th. Now getting the jump on Waldo. Foivi pushing up to 5th. And AMS Term up to 11th. 9th now. I'm not sure what happened there. Tipius Wheat is out of possession.
Tipius Wheat has came together with James Petty there.
And it's out.
Looked like he just swiped him. So I'm not too sure what happened there between them two.
I am not too sure.
And that is safety car, so Igor might...
I
think it's a bit too early on.
It is
if he pits now, it's not counted as mandatory, I don't believe, so...
It is not.
I think it is a bit too early on.
There'll probably be a second safety car though. Safety car restarts are... Well, we're notorious for being bad at them.
Yeah, but Toby, Solo, and Stenner, and James will all be happy for the safety car. A chance to get those wings repaired. I don't think many of them did get damaged. Most of them just did manage to find their way off the track. I'm not too sure what happened to TTM Stenner, but I did see Solo, Toby, and Stenner all around in turns 1 and 2 there. But I'm not too sure what will have happened. Foivi's into the pit lane.
Quite a few people going to pit lane to get their damage done.
James is in and so is Stenner, so that is 3 drivers into the pit lane. They're going to be dropping down to 11, 12 and 13. So not a great start for some of the drivers, but Igor will definitely be happy with it. He is up into... For some reason we can't really check right now, hold on. He is up to 1, 2, 3, he's up to 4th when the timings fix themselves. Oh no, 5th, sorry. from P14. That's quite a lot of positions gained. That's 9 at the moment. Having a look through who else has gained some positions. James, oh no, he's in the pits. Just waiting for the timing structure to actually fix himself. And we can find out who has moved up the places. It should fix when we go through the next sector point.
Yeah, on my screen, James Petty is currently 15 seconds ahead of TTM Stammer in P1.
Oh, we're fixed. We're good.
We're good,
So
we're good.
TTM Hayes making up 1 place, Jackson Dog making up 3, Igor up 9, there's Waldo up 4, Joshua KJ has fallen down 2, MS Term up 4 positions, Solo up 2, Toby down 7, Foivu down 2, James Petty up 1, and TTM Stenner is down 7.
Gee, that's not good at all.
Yeah, DJ and Wyardi both hold position 4 now. The safety car is going to be going another lap around here. And then just waiting for the few drivers at the rear of the grid, which is Foivu, James and Stenner, all to catch up. Stenner almost lost it there, I think.
I got nearly up
very
to the pit lane there, but I think he realised he couldn't pit.
Yeah, I think Stenner almost lost it, or he was doing some interesting tyre warming. One or the other, but I'm not too sure which one we're going to go with.
Why has Josh overtaken turn? That's interesting. Josh managed to overtake turn 1 the safety car.
I'm having a feeling the game will have told him to do so, and he's just followed up on it when you shouldn't really do that. We always tell the drivers not to overtake on the safety car, just because it just causes further confusion.
And arguments.
To give the place back.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, but it happens.
Well, some of these new F2 2021 cars are looking good. I saw some of them in the sprint race today in real life. Yeah, the Carlins quite like the look of. This is like a dark blue and green, so it'll be interesting to see them in the F1 2021 game.
We also had our own Square get 7th in today's F4 testing, which I'm proud of him for, so I'm going to shout him out.
I mean, I'd prefer him if he got first, but... you know.
He's one of the youngest.
He ain't big.
He's one of the youngest on the grid, to be fair. He's got one of the least amount of experiences in those sort of cars, so if he keeps improving, hopefully he'll win.
Verstappen was the youngest on the grid when he got his first win, so what's his excuse, am I right?
Finn,
right, so let's get back into let's get back into racing. DJ setting the pace of the field.
Alright, come on DJ.
Right, so just getting his tyres warmed up, waiting for the safety car to go in to the pit lane. People can start overtaking as soon as DJ gets to the stop-finish line.
And
there
he is speeding away.
Rounding the final corner. It's a very good start by the front three. Jackson falling down a bit, and he's going to be overtaken by Igor here. Igor looking to the inside line on the softer compounder tyre. Can he get the move done just behind him? It does look like, oh, there's Waldo is under pressure by Joshua KJ, but here comes Igor down the inside.
Oh, that's close, that's close. Oh, under undercut.
Oh, what a switchback move by the Campos driver.
Nice switch back. And now he's chasing down Hayes.
But that's him up.
Foivu's had contact. Foivu has been put into a wall, and he's out of the session. That was a manual DNF, manual retirement, I think. But he got smacked into that wall and lost both of his wings.
Yeah, it looks like a manual retirement. AMS Term looking to get past Joshua KJ. Really forces him out wide there. Joshua won't be too happy about that. I won't be surprised if he takes that one to the stewards. But he's behind his teammate now with there's Waldo. Is there going to be any team orders to let him through?
This is Waldo's
debut here in F2, I believe. So we'll see what happens with him. So far up into P6. Not a bad race so far for him. But here comes Term looking down the inside.
Oh, that's a very nice overtake.
There's Waldo's not fighting it too hard. He looks like he's basically giving up the position there, but almost got a warning, or maybe did get a warning in the process. Joshua looking a bit around the outside.
He did get a warning for that. Oh, Term gets
Jackson
another
Dog
big...
lost it. He's around.
Oh, and he's come
And
back
he's
on.
collided.
He's come back on and he's smacked into high scores, multiple collisions. I am not sure what's happened there, but he's taken out Toby-Wan Kenobi. And James Petty's crashed into TTM Stenner. That is very, very bad. I am not sure what's happened there, but he's caused major damage, and that has completely switched up the grid and dust the race.
I'm not too sure what happened there between them, but I have a feeling the students will be looking at that after the race. Because it did look like he lost the car, but I'm not too sure if he tried to stop it from going onto the track, because to me it looked like he just cut straight across. He just tried to get it back. I'm not sure if he just assumed he was ghosted. Maybe just tried to get onto the track, but it's green flag racing again. Solo does get a drive-through for speeding under the virtual safety car. Toby looking down the inside of Solo now. Huge wing damage for the HWH. Arden car looking... Race Labs now, isn't it? My bad. Race Lab car has made it past Solo. Solo's also been taken by Stenner. Stenner soon should be able to get Toby. Stenner's round! He's lost it on the curb. He's into the wall. And
Igor's also
out.
Oh, Igor is also out. How is that not another safety car?
Some of these drivers are just losing the car on their own. They don't need an excuse to spin. Thank God it's not raining, otherwise we might be seeing a few more. So AMS Term on the back of DJ Perks now, maybe looking to get into P2. Obez Waldo 2.7 seconds behind, almost lost the rear of the car there. James behind him.
It's into slipstream and he's going to slip. Yeah, DJ Perks letting past.
Oh no, they're still neck and neck. Will DJ let him through?
If he doesn't, there's going to be contact.
Turn 1. Yep, yeah. There goes AMS Term. He's not waiting for anyone, and now he's going to start chasing down the leader of this race so far, which is CER just out in front in the ART Grand Prix car.
This is such a flex by Term. He started in 10th and he's second in 6 laps when 3 of those were under
Most
safety
of the
car.
took each other out for him. In fact, that's too kind of me to say. Most of the grid just took themselves out. James Petty still looking to get past Overs Waldo, trying to get into P4. He has got a podium this season, so that's really good on him because he hadn't had such a good season so far, but managed to get a podium in Bahrain. So let's see if he can maybe get something out of this race. He's got the DRS on Bears Waldo. And there goes AMS Term. Here comes CERYRD for the switchback move. Term's going to have to give him the space. Trying around the outside of the ART car. And he's just not got the grip around there to try and get the move done again. But he's going to have the DRS down the long straight. And maybe could get the move done. Just looking down the grid. Joshua KJ basically pushing TTM Hayes, which is basically pushing Solo. There's a huge train behind here, but here comes Hayes, and here comes Josh. They're going to make it 3 wide. 3 wide for the turn ahead. Josh is going to pull out. Hayes has forced Solo out the long way round. Hayes having to give him the room. Not seeing Josh on the inside. Josh has moved up a place. Solo's dropped out of this one, and Josh is looking down the inside of Hayes now. Can he get the move? He's down the inside, and he's going to pull out of that one, it looks like.
Smart play. He does not want to be caught on the inside for that corner. That is a very dangerous one to be caught on the inside of.
Oh, car's going slowly.
And Term is first.
And Josh and Solo were going very slowly there. They lost 5 seconds to Hayes. I'm not too sure if there was contact between them both. But all I know is the FIA is going to have an absolute field day today.
Oh god. The second the day I return and they decide to do this. They knew I was coming back, like, oh yeah, let's give him another hard day, let's make him take another goddamn break.
Yeah.
Oh, what'd you do about me?
I don't know, probably cry. James on the back of Overs Waldo, very close to trying to make a move. Currently in P5 in this race, so far scoring 10 points for the Prima team, but looking to try and get a few extra points for him. He's going to have the DRS down the pit straight. AMS Term goes and sets the fastest lap of the race with a 129.4 on the hard compound tyre. Waldo's not going to have any defense against this because F2 cars don't have any battery or anything, any fuel mix to try and defend against the DRS. So if the driver's got DRS behind you, you are in big trouble. That's probably the easiest way to say it, but luckily around Spain the DRS isn't too effective on the pit straight. So I'm already pulling a 1.4 second gap to Wyardi behind him. TTM Stenner goes and gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding into the pit lane. Joshua KJ goes and takes that fastest lap with 1:29.403. So that's, I think it's 500ths quicker than AMS Terms lap.
Something like that.
Not too much in it. DJ ran onto gravel there, so he lost a bit of time to Wyardi. Now he's out of the DRS zone. James still chasing down Waldo in front, but just not close enough to make a move just yet. Have you ever tried to commentate GT3, Charlie?
I have not.
I do not suggest it.
Is it that bad?
It is very boring.
I guarantee.
There's no DRS or anything, so when someone's within a second, you're like, it doesn't matter.
Well, that's F2 as well.
The DRS has quite a big effect. You see DJ's just close 6 tenths on that straight.
True.
So if he was just within 6 tenths, he would have been alongside him. So let's see if he can try and keep up with Wyardi, who is currently in front of him. I do believe DJ was a pole sitter, but Wyardi did manage to forge a way through, if I could say that about Term, but he is in P14. He started P14.
One thing I don't understand about DJ is he went from getting a podium in F2, no F1, to going back to F2.
I think it's because the standard of F1 drivers in the league now is just so high.
True.
That, I'm struggling to get points. Whenever I get a point, I see it as an absolute win.
If I went to F1, I'd win every race, but like, I'm just too good.
Yeah, we don't let you because you're too good.
Yeah.
Anyway, DJ's the only one in the DRS range of Wyardi in front, so he's starting to close that gap a bit more. It's only 6 tenths now, and he'll also have the slipstream effect down the pit straight, so we'll see what he can do. He's jumping on the sausage curb a bit there, which has unsettled the car. He might lose a bit of time. Yes, he is. He's almost 8 tenths down, almost a second down just by getting on that curb. Term goes and takes back the fastest lap of the race. And is that a safety car? It is. Stenner's out.
Jesus Christ, that's 4 DNFs.
4AV was a manual DNF. Igor, I do believe, crashed, and Jackson's just gone and got a drive-through penalty. So I won't be surprised if this is the 5th DNF. If I was in this position, I'll definitely be pulling into the pit lane and retiring. Because you're not going to do too much with 5-second time penalty and already, not 5 second, a drive-through and already being on the back of the grid.
Yeah, this just game over.
So you think you're going to drop back far enough already? The rest of the grid will be halfway around the track by the time you exit the pit lane, which is never great at all. C5 Solo does get a 5-second time penalty for speeding into the pit lane. I don't know how people always speed into the pit lane. It's like they're surprised. The pit lane has a speed limit? No, surely not. Probably so you don't run over your pit crew. It's probably the main reason for it.
Probably.
If you're going into the pit lane at 120, I don't think anyone's going to be best of pleased.
Maybe. To be fair, like, there might be some really annoying, like, kid with a podium pass.
Okay, let's not go there. I know what you were implying, but we're not going to go there.
Why not?
I'll need a new front wing, I'll say that. DJ's chosen to stay out, and so has Wyardi. AMS Term has pit, so he knows the softs can go the rest of the way. I just think they will be struggling a bit towards the end. James continues as well. Toby's into the pit lane. I do believe he's got wing damage, so he'll be getting a wing replacement.
Oh, DJ's catching up with Roddy. I've got a safety car. I forgot a safety car. I'm actually dumb. I'm actually dumb.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to judge you for being dumb. So, Hayes is going to get past Toby here. Alright.
Oh dear.
So we're going to be waiting a bit of time because Jackson still needs to catch up to the safety car. And he's currently down in P10. And if I check his gap to the leader, which is how much he needs to close in by, let's just figure that. 1 minute 26 he's behind the leader right now. So he's got a bit of ground to catch up. Well, that's an understatement. He's got a lot of ground to catch up. But hopefully he will be able to catch up shortly so we can get back to green flag racing. So 5 drivers yet to catch up to the safety car. Only 10 drivers left in this race after 4 DNFs. Yeah, 5Vs was the only manual one I believe, and everyone else's were genuine crash. We had a contact with James. I'm not too sure what happened to Stenner or Igor though. But I wouldn't say Spain is necessarily oh no. Never mind, what have I just witnessed? Term has gone back into the pit lane. And James has also gone into the pit lane when he got the pit last lap. And now he's just going to lose positions. He's going to lose 2 extra positions because of it. He's going to lose a position to Hayes and Toby, which is going to put him down into P7.
Is Tom taking the piss? He's taking the piss.
He must be. He's doing this on purpose.
He's such a... I love this guy. I actually love him already.
He's got to be the most cocky driver.
So
I love it.
You've had a fair few cocky drivers. You've had Salt, Tadpole, Square, Monty. This guy.
No, Salt weren't cocky. He was just... Yeah, he was cocky. Right, so Jackson still needs to catch up. He also has a drive-through penalty, keep in mind. But he's got up quite a significant amount this lap. He should be able to catch up within the next lap. And the safety car will be in that lap.
Depends which.
If AMS term pits again... Okay. That's all I'm going to say.
If AMS term pits again, I will give him 5 million. If he wins. If he wins.
Wyardi has left the session. Do your job, Giles.
He probably needs to go to bed.
You need to invite a CER Wyardi. He's currently in pole position.
No, I'm pretty sure this is his bedtime. I've never seen him be up in a session past 9:30.
I don't believe you, just invite him.
I know, I am. I invited the wrong Wyardi as well, but that's fine.
Right, Jackson is starting to close up.
CR Wyardi has been invited. And luckily his AI is
Who is that in the pits? DJ has pitted and so has Wyardi, and Wyardi's been jumped because of his connection. DJ's just drove straight through him.
That's not good for Wyardi. He's not going to be happy about that.
Well, if you always want to take your chance to get past an AI driver. There goes DJ. Now Ovez Waldo is setting the pace of the grid. He is the only driver yet to pit.
That's a flex.
Is it? I wouldn't say so. I'd say this is a really bad position because everyone else behind you is not only close to you, but on better and fresher tyres.
Can I just say that term then pitted onto hards as well?
He's also up into P4 just by people pitting.
Yeah, but he didn't pit onto softs, he pitted onto hards.
Oh, he was on softs before, that's why. And if he wastes many more tyres, he won't have any tyres for the sprint race.
not exactly sure what his
My
plan
idea
is.
now taking control of his car because all the timings have disappeared. We don't need all this stuff up. Let me disable some stuff. Safety cars in this lap. Full track map, yeah, we'll keep that. There we go. That's better. A lot more clean. That's a 3-second time penalty for C5 solo. So, oh, there's Waldo setting the pace of the field, waiting for the safety car to go in. When is he going to choose to go? It looks like right now, and he's caught Hayes napping a bit. Just by the looks of things. Hayes isn't too far behind though, just looking a bit further down the grid. No one seems to be close enough to make a move on each other. Oh no, Wayardi, never mind. Wayardi's on the inside of DJ going into turn 1. Up the inside, and is DJ still on the outside? No, he's had to pull out again. Turns round. Turns round.
What just happened?
I'm not too sure, but Hayes looking down the inside of Bobez Waldo. Waldo still giving him the space, not being as defensive as he could have, but at least it shows that he is clean. And now trying around the outside is Hayes. Hayes is going to have to pull out of that one. No, Waldo still giving him the space. He is refusing to shut Hayes out. He's like, if you want the position, you can come and get it. And here comes Hayes now down the inside. And Waldo's going to let that one go, and I won't be surprised if Toby gets him in the same corner. Yes, he does. Toby's up in position as well. Now in the slipstream of Hayes looking to the outside line. Here comes the Race Lab car right around the outside, and it looks like he's going to have the move done.
Toby
yes,
Kenobi taking the lead. He got taken out in turn 1 as well. This guy, he's the most... He perseveres through everything. He is a top driver. And
Waldo under pressure by Josh. Josh jumps on the sausage curb, and now he's going to maybe get taken by James. No, James is not close enough, but going to the start-finish line now. DRS is not going to be activated this lap, but it's going to be activated next lap. Jackson still needs to pit. He does have wing damage, so I'm not too sure what happened to him, but he does have to serve that drive-through penalty. DJ's out. DJ's retired.
DJ retired?
DJ retired into the pit lane, and Jackson Dog just got 10 seconds of time penalties for exceeding track limits even though he's in the pit lane. So that is very worrying. Waldo in the pits. Yep, I think he's ruined his own race here by just not choosing to pit. Wait, Jackson's just teleported outside of the pit lane. And Jackson has retired. I'm confused to what's happening with this game, but we just nod and say, okay, thank you, Codemasters.
This game is world class, like, esports ready. Esports ready.
No wonder they don't do that esports races live. Igor has now left the session. He's probably going to need an invite back for the sprint race, but James Petty looking to make it past Josh here to try and get another podium in F2, looking to the inside line. Josh is going to manage to hold position for now. James has to pull out of it. Amos Turn behind him, breathing down. James is back, and Amos Turn's lost it, and he's fallen further back down, and he's 1.2 seconds behind now. Toby Gibson set to fastest lap of the racer. Only 8 drivers remain. Here comes James, still in the slipstream of Josh, not managing to make a move, but this is just all playing into Toby's hands. He's got 2.3 second gap at the lead of this race. Amos Term just behind James, but starting to close the gap again. Wayardi behind him, Solo 4 seconds behind. Waldo is going to get points no matter what. He's had a great race. What a debut by the man. Oh, there's Waldo.
There's no way Turn will win this. I refuse to believe he can get this much time back this quickly on hard tyres.
I'm going to be honest, I don't think he will win this.
could have
as
won
much
this.
as it'll be good, I don't.
He could have, but
He's
he got
looked
too
really
cocky.
quick, but his mistakes look like they weigh him down because
Yeah.
the 2 spins from him was his mistake. So it's more like you can be as quick as you want, but if you're gonna make mistakes like that,
Yeah.
maybe won't recommend starting at the back of the grid. Right, James still looking to make a move. Waldo's gonna have pole, keep in mind. So James in the DRS. Josh has DRS on Hayes, so that's going to save him from James behind him. Term has DRS on James, and Wyardi isn't in the DRS just yet, but he does pick up a 3-second time penalty. Term's the only one without penalties at the moment, actually. Practically pushing James through these corners. James doesn't look like he has an intention to let him through. No, he knows he might be quicker, but he doesn't look like he's going to let him through. He's still neck and neck with him. Is he going to fight him all the way around the outside? Yes, he is. James looking to try and keep it round the outside. Not managing to do it, though, and that is going to be Term moving up a place. Now chasing down Joshua KJ in front.
Actually, what is the penalty situation like? He might do it. He might do it.
3, 6, and a 3.
He just needs to go within 3 seconds of Toby.
I think Toby's a bit too far ahead to do it because I know Josh and Hayes both won't make it easy for Term to pass.
True.
They will definitely defend as hard as they can just to try and keep hold of these podium places despite Term not having any penalties. They'll still try and hold position, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, you can tell how they're just braking a lot earlier. Meanwhile, Term is trying desperately to get this overtake so he can push for a win.
And here he goes. He's in the DRS.
But that
And he's
won't matter because Josh has
very
DRS.
much in the slipstream. And looking down the inside, is Josh going to defend? He has to try and keep it around the outside if he wants to, and he is going to try.
Contact,
and he's going to push Hayes out. No, Hayes is going to barge his way through. But that is going to be Josh in the slipstream now. Not close enough to make a move. I thought he was going to go for a dive, and I thought that was going to be ambitious and a half. But now Hayes on his own to defend against Term. So it'll be 3-second gap to Hayes. So if Hayes holds Term up long enough, it's going to be a win under Toby's belt. Term looking around the outside, and he's going to get the move done.
Can he hold it?
Around the outside. Yep, he's got it done.
But Toby has a second, so Term has to gain a second to 2 laps on the hards.
And he's also got 2 drivers behind him, both with DRS on him down the main straight. If they're close enough, they are definitely going to attack him.
I don't think he can do it.
Race director like with Term right now? 2 warnings. He is 1 warning off a penalty.
I don't think he can do it. I don't think he can do it.
I think he might now because Hayes is into the pit lane.
Why is
Hayes pit?
Why is he pit? He just sped into the pit lane. What's he done? He had 13 lap old hards. Did he start on
Unless
hards?
he went from hards to hards. I think he went hards to hards.
Everyone was on hards at the start apart from Igor, so he was on hards to hards, so we had to pit.
And Josh is no longer in the DRS of Term. Term can do this. He's got no pressure now. All he has to do is just keep composed. And he can win this race. Hayes has dropped behind Overs Waldo now.
I received a message from Term's manager saying, Term won't get a pen, Term will win. So he has a lot of confidence in him. And let's see if he can gain this time. And he's gaining so much
He's
time.
3 tenths behind. He's closing.
This is actually insane. Oh, I thought that was
Term.
Yeah,
I thought it was Term. I was like, whoa, Term. 2 tenths behind Toby. He's going to have to absolutely send this in order to win. He's in the 2 seconds. No, he's 3.2 now. It's going to be very close coming across the line.
Oh no, and Toby's messed up a bit. He's gonna. Yeah, oh my god!
This is literally going to come all the way down to the line, but it looks like it's going to be Term.
Oh no, he's
No.
gone.
Term's run wide! He did what I did in F1 here around Spain.
But it doesn't
And
matter.
he has
But
not
it
got
doesn't.
it for that very reason. My penalty didn't get removed for that, and I don't think his will be either. He gets fastest lap of the race. For the final corner, he has managed to pick up a 3-second time penalty.
Oh, that is so unfortunate, and I am barely laughing at that because I thought he won.
But big congratulations to Toby coming home in P1. Turn
My respect
P2.
for Tenham has increased. My respect for Tenham has
James
increased.
P3. Josh P4. Solo P5. There's Waldo P6. Hayes P7. Wyardi is going to be on pole position for the sprint race. So, finishing 8th in Barcelona. Now, I'm praying to Codemasters for 2 things. 1, we don't have a wet race, because we've already seen so many spins in a dry race. So, a wet race, no.
I want a wet race, and I want...
I don't want a wet race.
I
We've
want
already seen
8
how many people spin.
DNFs. I want 8
You want
DNFs
8?
in the first corner. 8 DNFs in the first corner.
Don't say that, because it probably will happen.
I know, I am God.
I never knew God looked like that. Learn something new every day, especially when God gets hit by cars. Anyway, moving on, the British driver does come home to win this race. And we do have the other Brit of Term in P2. Then in P3, in the Prima, was James Petty, I do believe.
James Petty.
P3 for the Hungarian, his 2nd podium in Formula 2.
I remember back in season 2, and this James Petty, worst driver on the grid. Okay, worst driver on the grid. DNF'd every race.
Oh no, he couldn't even get a seat this season. He managed to sign with Prima, and now he's having some good races.
He's top of the world, eh?
Okay, I won't go that far. He didn't win.
He will win. He will win one day. Mark my words.
I do like the confidence, but a lot of penalties being dished out throughout the grid, I gotta say.
I'm gonna give out even more, mate. I'm gonna give out a ton for this race. I can tell already.
Yeah, the ticket thing on the Discord will just be full.
I'm waiting to see 500 tickets. Stop saying
What,
this
from
earring, for
8
fuck's
drivers? That's worrying.
I've had complaints
Yes,
about my
Dry!
singing.
The gods have listened.
God damn it. I hope it rains.
Yeah, I'm excited for the IRL F1 race tomorrow, though.
True. Who do you reckon wins tomorrow? I reckon Max Lapstone Tiger. Well, racing with one hand.
I reckon Max, my favourite driver.
I'm blindfolded. Nah, realistically, I reckon Norris wins. And actually, I reckon George Russell wins in the Williams.
Oh, Q1 when he went on 7th lap time, I went mental. I was like, whoa, where's he whipped this from? Latifi was out qualifying him at that point.
I think you should clip your reactions to a race weekend. I think you'd get a crap ton of views on your YouTube for that, because it'd be funny to hear you scream at the tiniest thing.
What, just to record myself reacting to the whole race tomorrow and put it on my YouTube?
Yeah.
Alright.
With face cam. With face cam.
Yeah, I know, just recording myself. And Foivu has been disqualified. He drove into a wall.
That is just world class in my opinion. That's how you really show that you're a world class driver that deserves a super license.
This is how we race, as Pierre Gasly says.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Too soon. Too soon.
This is how we race.
At least you won at Bahrain.
Alright. So looking through the grid, we do have 3 drivers starting on the soft compound. Josh, Term and Foivu.
Alright. Who is...
I know Term's gone onto the softs, because he's going to have to pit, and he wants to pit. I'm not too sure about Josh and Foivu though.
Term just wants to basically say, okay, I'm the best here. You're all trash compared to me.
I mean, it was just proven wrong by Toby.
Well, to be fair,
He didn't have to do what he did in the final corner, but he did it.
I'm not exactly sure why he did that. Finn, but as someone who's made the exact same mistake, you'd like to explain?
I think it's just when you know you got 2 warnings and then you're going around the final corner and you're like, yes, I'm gonna get P4. This is gonna be my highest finish this season. And then you just clip the grass and you're like, oh no, I'm gonna lose it. You try and get back onto the track. You don't try and slow down or anything. You put a 3-second time penalty and you're like, ah. Then you take it to the Mr. Head of FIA Giles. Oh, you're gonna get this removed. And they're like, nah, you did cut the track. No matter how much you dress it up, you might have lost time. You cut the track.
I'm like, do I care?
Exactly. That's just what you want from your head of FIA. Do I care?
Do I care? Cry more.
Simple answer, no.
Cry more. Your
Cry to
tears.
someone else, not me.
Your tears.
Okay, calm down. Right. So we do have both Campos starting outside of the points, so that's not great for them. Same with the only Dams driver of Foivu.
Oh, he's a great manager. I don't know who you're talking about, mate.
Oh,
And agree.
hold on. I'll take us away for this one. Right, so we have 5 red lights here in Barcelona. The lights are out. And we're underway. Wayardi gets a decent start there by the looks of things. Hayes isn't going to be able to pull alongside him. Just looking a bit further back of the grid. The Prima of C5 Solo looking down the inside. They're making it 3 wide.
Oh, that's contact.
Into turn 1. And that is a spin by Term. Term's round. He's put his nose where it shouldn't have been. And Toby's out as well. Toby and Term have spun. But Term seems to have got it back under control. Running a bit wide there as he gets past DJ. DJ currently running P8. Looking a bit further up the grid and there's a spin. James spun round and now has had contact with Stenner. And Stenner's out of the race as well. That is not a great start.
Not at all.
The James incident, he just lost the car and collected Stenner as well.
I reckon Briardi wins now, happily. Easily.
I mean, yeah, it's a 1.2 second gap. Does Term have damage? Because he's not far behind. No, he doesn't, but he will have to stop. If he tries to take these softs the whole way, I guarantee you he will have 4 punches.
I would like to see that. And we can finally get it on stream because you're the one.
Let's hope he doesn't.
You're the one recording it, so we can finally get it on stream rather than me like looking at a storm.
Exactly.
Rip Storm, by the way.
Foivu up into P7, so he's got a good start. He started P13 DJ into the pit lane, so he must have damage. And that's Foivu. Why do I speak? Because Foivu has lost the car and got severe damage, I do believe. So why do I speak? Yeah, he's missing an end plate now. So Foivu was doing well until I spoke. Joshua KJ currently up in being thrown around with the timings a bit. Hold on. He's currently up into P3, looking a bit further behind. AMS Term has made it past C5 Solo, looking to maybe get past Josh now. And the timings are finally fixed. Thank God for that. Wait, and there's another safety car? Has Foivu just binned into a wall?
World
I do
class.
believe he has. So, I mean, most of these crashes here are great because it's not even 2 cars coming together, it's just the drivers crashing.
That's good for me because it means we don't have to spend like an hour looking through each individual clip and taking screenshots to see where the point of contact was.
I mean, this is just them binning it on their own.
Exactly, so I can just say, you're bad. Deal with it.
Never seen you really say that apart from to Ollie, but any...
No one likes Ollie, so it's fine.
Okay. Right, so you heard it here first. AMS Herb looking to get past Joshua KJ. Is he going to look to the inside line? Because I do believe DRS is now enabled. He's gone to the inside line. He didn't have DRS that time round, and he's managed to almost make the move work, but Josh going a lot more defensive last time. Definitely holding a grudge against Term after he did force him out wide last time round. Term manages to go down the inside of Josh because Josh and Hayes both run out wide. For turn 3, and that's another spin by Jackson Dog. Toby back up into P8, where he did start this race, but now got a 9-second gap to Obez Waldo ahead of him. Terms managed to drop Joshua, and he dropped
Jackson Dog
Hayes as well. He's just straight lined that into a wall. I would have a word. That's definitely going to be not tolerated at all. So he's just gone straight forwards into a wall there.
Don't need to
He's
have a
got
word.
the safety car.
Don't need to have a word with him later on.
I mean, you're head of FIA. Is it alright to cause that purpose safety car?
Obviously not. I didn't see.
And Toby's got a drive-through, so Toby's race is ruined as well.
I didn't see what happened. He literally just fall, accelerated into a wall for no reason.
Oh no, I didn't see it, but you can just see on the mini-map, you just see the dot just go... straight.
Just boom. And then a bunch of people getting speed into the pit lane penalties. Hayes is retired.
Hayes has chosen to retire from the race. Toby's into the pit lane as well. I won't be surprised if he does retire as well after getting a drive-through penalty.
Yeah.
He has sped. That's normally an indication that they are retiring.
Toby doesn't normally retire though. He normally just keeps going until...
Oh, he's getting his wing change. Yeah, you're right. Both race lab cars running 8 and 9. Not great for them. YRD still fronting the field. AMS Term, he's mainly where we're getting all our action from, apart from the spins. He's the actual one doing the overtaking.
Warrior has announced that he's retiring from F2.
Who's doing that anyway?
No, but I mean, I think in general, rather than just during races.
No, I mean like he was retiring anyway.
Was he?
Yeah, he said he wanted to get in F1, but he can't really get in it.
Is there can I check the, whatchamacallit? Where's the lineups? I saw he made a new channel for that. We'll talk about it after the stream.
Right, so Term currently in P7, so he's going to have to get up some places. Remember, only top 8 drivers actually get points here for the sprint race. Can you like move your mic away from your mouth? All I can hear is a bloody windstorm through your end.
Yeah,
There's someone into the pit. It's Term.
Why is Tom pit again? What is he? He's not this cocky.
Softs. You want softs?
He wants soft, so he pits again.
Yep. Toby has now got past him. He does have a drive-through. Keep in mind, DJ isn't even going to manage to get past Term. But he will pass his teammate when Toby goes in for his drive-through penalty. So far, penalty status not looking too bad for the sprint race.
And for Waldo. I'm pretty sure Waldo has the best tactic out of everyone, which is survive and you get guaranteed points.
It's a good tactic, don't get me wrong.
Like, that's the tactic that I would do if I was in a race. I would take somebody out on an accident anyway, but...
That's why you don't race.
I don't race if I'm too good, but... Too good at DNF people.
And also because it's you.
Just built different.
Built differently.
My middle finger doesn't work properly. Like sometimes it goes down on its own. So I just hit into people. Not my fault. Just the nerve ends. Tippiest Wheat. Who is Tippiest Wheat? Driving for Campos. I think has this guy got a season before then?
I have no idea.
Oh. Season driver. I heard that he's actually already won the race this season, so that's pretty good. As we wait for the safety car to end, who do you think's gonna win this race, then? Who do you think's gonna win?
I reckon Joshua's got a good chance, but turn behind on the softs, I think it's inevitable. I think Term's gonna win this race. Unless he does, of course, crash. It's amazing how the F1 standard here at Thermal has improved so much. Literally, it's a very clean racing.
Then there's
And then you see F2.
It reminds me
this isn't the same league.
Back in the good old days.
He had a season of just clean racing, but for some reason it seems to
It's because
be dropping off again.
Because we took all the clean drivers out of F2, kicked out all the bad drivers in F1, put in the good drivers, and then we get all the bad drivers into F2. I think if we bring back
That's why we're gonna open Formula 3 again.
Yeah. Then put the bad drivers in F3, and then we make F10 where we put me. Just by myself.
Right, safety car in this lap. Right, C5 solo setting the pace for the field over as Waldo on the back of him. Oh, and that is questionable restart. But it looks like Waldo has got a better one than him. He's in the slipstream. So here he goes, looking around the outside of Solo, not managing to make that work, having to stay behind him for now. And Charlie, your mic's echoing.
Oh, why is it doing that?
Every time you don't touch it.
This bad now?
It echoes.
This bad now? Okay.
Both MP Motorsport drivers could be on track for podiums here, but here comes Term looking around the outside of Josh, not managing to make anything happen there.
We'll get the...
Toby still has his drive-through to sit as well. So is Term going to go? No, he's going to stay behind. He knows he's got plenty of time to make these moves happen.
It will just take his time and he'll take all of them. He's going to win this race, 100%. Especially on the brand new exhaust.
And here he goes. He's taking one of them now. Goes down the inside of Joshua KJ and hits his teammate. And hits Solo as well. He's hit everyone off the track. The top three are gone. And that is Term's own doing. He's taking his teammate with him. So Square saying he won't get a penalty. He was wrong about that. And now he's taking his teammate with him. And DJ's into the pits again.
He just took out 3 people in a single corner. That is very...
That's impressive. I'll give that to him.
Very impressive.
But not something that people will look nicely at. As he does have wing damage now, Joshua knows he might be able to defend, and he's hit Joshua on exit as well.
Oh He's just not good.
But
He's
Josh
just not good.
isn't gonna let that happen. You know, he reminds me of a bit.
Who?
Golden from F1. He starts at the back of the grid, and since they're quicker than the rest of the drivers back there, they just assume they're gonna take the corners like they do.
Yeah.
Take half the drivers out because of it.
Yeah,
Which, that's why they shouldn't be allowed to do that. You should implement something.
well, try to implement things that you can't keep yourself out during quality.
Yeah. So only 8 drivers left. All they have to do is finish, and they get point. So Term chasing down Wayardi now, not in the DRS range. I don't believe it's even activated this. Sweet still trying to catch up to the back of Joshua KJ. C5 Solo goes and picks up a 3-second time penalty, joining Waldo with that one. Amos Term fastest lap of the race. He's starting to close in on Wayardi in front of him.
And send the fastest lap of the race so far. He's going to catch Riyadi, we all know this. He's much faster. Oh wait, I say that, but he's losing time there. And he's on the older tyres.
And Wayardi's paused. Wayardi's still paused. He's just let Turn go through.
I think... I'm not sure. Maybe his parents came into his
He's
room?
now got the disconnected symbol.
Maybe his parents came into his room.
And Wayardi has left the session.
Yes, his parents are coming into his room.
Is he actually not allowed to race at this time?
I
thought you were making that up.
No, he normally goes off at 9:30. Like, that's the reason he couldn't. I remember he couldn't. I tried posting a super license, but he said, "Yeah, I can't stay on past 9:30 or something." Or film wife said that to me.
Alright, so his win has been left in the dirt because he definitely had a chance of winning this race. Term would have probably taken him, to be honest. He would have definitely gave him a fight to the end.
Yeah.
Tibius Wheat moves into podium places now, and Solo looks like he's going to manage to get P4. DJ just needs to stay in this race and he's going to get a point. If he catches Wayardi's guy, he's going to get 2.
This race is now just everyone's quite far away from each other. It looks like Term's going to
Apart from
cruise
Solo.
to
Solo and Tibius Wheat are right next to each other, so the Campos driver is going to have to defend down this DRS straight, it looks like, because the Prima is not too far behind. And here he comes, looking to the inside line. He's going to go for this one. It doesn't matter how defensive that Campos goes. He was always going down the inside if there was no room or if there was room. But back down the inside goes Tibius Wheat, holding onto position. And it is going to be P3 for the Campos right now. Keep in mind the Campos does have wing damage, but it's on the faster tyre compound, so it kind of balances out between these two. But I'd definitely rather be on the hards with no wing damage.
Definitely.
Solo still on the back of Wayardi's AI has now pitted, and Igor's AI has now taken P6. So my assumption is Igor won't score any points for this because he never actually came to the sprint race.
So you have to participate for 80% of the race to be able to score points.
So Igor will be ignored from the standings. Wyardi had to go off. He was here for most of the race and also was here for the full feature, so he will score.
Yes.
So DJ is on track to get
6th.
I think it's 6 points, is it? I think so.
I don't think it's 6th, it might be 3.
It's definitely not 3.
From P6 and the sprint, it's like 3 now.
No, none of them are odd numbers, apart from P15, of course. P15 at 15 points. DJ Gusson picks up a 3-second time penalty, so even if he does take Igor, he's got to build a 3-second gap now. But it doesn't matter because Igor will not be scoring points today. Solo finally looking around the outside on lap 12, the penultimate lap of the race, and he gets the move done.
That's a very, very nice move.
Car number 20 goes dancing around the outside. The tippiest the wheat there. Couldn't do much about that. And he's going to have to maybe think about fighting him once again.
He gets another penalty, so that's his race over.
He's still going to give us some action, I think.
I think Berm slowed down on purpose to let Josh catch up with him.
No, Term does have wing damage.
True.
And his 6th lap old softs will definitely not be feeling great.
Yeah.
So Josh pulls out to the outside line. Term goes defensive. Josh still trying around the outside. Is he going to try to cut back? No, he's going to stay behind him for now. Looking through the rest of the grid, Tippiest Wheat has now dropped 1.6 seconds to Solo ahead of him. So he's lost a lot of time to P3. Oh, don't know what happened to my voice there, but it didn't feel good. Anyway, Josh coming down the long straight now, going to have DRS on Term in the slipstream. Can he get the place from the MP Motorsport driver? Going around the outside.
Oh, this is dangerous. And he does. And he gets another 3 second time penalty
but he
for
gets
it,
another 3 seconds.
But bear in mind,
that is him on 6
likely
seconds.
will get a penalty for that incident he caused. I need to see the clip of it, but that would be Michael later on this evening or tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't think Square will be too happy. He could have got 2 cars on the podium, but now one's down in P5.
I don't think Square cares too much. Not in Square.
So just waiting for the drivers to cross the line. Now it does look like... Oh, Josh! Lost it!
Oh, that is not good.
He's not going to get on track now. Term does have a 3 seconds, so Josh just managed to keep his penalties a bit better.
And that's a win for Term. For now.
Oh! Tippy Sweet, puncher! Oh, there's Waldo, goes into the back of him! What's he done?
What on earth has happened there? Jesus Christ.
Tippy Sweet has just gone into the back of... Oh no, there's Waldo, went into the back of Tippy Sweet, he had a puncher. And he just kept going. All he had to do was go left. And he would have got P4. And it's not even going to be a penalty for the Campos driver because he went on the racing line. He was far off the racing line, so... So yeah, Term did say he was driving slow to try and preserve his tyres.
Yeah, he said he finished with a puncture in the Ferrari chat. So...
The MP driver going ahead and getting the win. So very, very good win by him.
Let's get a
And
final rundown of the grid.
is that the Prima in P2?
Yeah, that's all in P2. I think because of
Solo
penalties.
managed to get P2, didn't he? That's crazy. All because of Joshua's spin.
The thing is, DJ
So
has
there.
insulted so much, and then it's here he's getting P2.
So now looking at the results from the weekend, Amos Termkers head and takes 35 points away. Toby grabs 25 points. Joshua takes 22 points. Solo takes 22 points. James takes 15 points. Overs Waldo takes 14. Wheat DJ take 8 points each. Wyardi takes 7 points. TTM Hayes takes 6 points. And FZR Igor takes 2 points, which will be taken away from him, unfortunately, for not attending any of the sprint race. I'm disappointed by the race this week, to be honest. It was dry. There wasn't much excuse for that many DNFs, but we did get them, and it was interesting.
Yep.
So that's always a good thing. But there'll definitely be some penalties dished out, and I wouldn't be surprised if the order does change.
Definitely the order will change because I'm appalled with some driving that happened today.
So thank you very much for watching, everyone, and see you tomorrow for Formula 1 action.
This has been XEG5 and Finn RTF.